Welcome back to the channel, fellas. Today, I'm bringing you Oklahoma State out of the Big 12. Can the Cowboys end the year ranked? Maybe top 10, maybe top 15. What's going to happen for the Cowboys? Let's check it out. The Cowboys have a very easy out-of-conference schedule this year. Oregon State, Tulsa, and McNeese State. So, very winnable 3 games. Should start the year off 3-0. Then they play Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech. None of them start the year ranked, so you gotta think that could possibly be 7-0 before they hit a ranked opponent in West Virginia and Texas. Then hopefully a win at Kansas for the Cowboys. They play K-State. They always play tough. And then ending the year at Oklahoma, number 8. Can the Cowboys get the monkey off their back and beat the Sooners this year? Let's check out what happens in this simulation. Now let's check out this recruiting class. Oklahoma State lands Anthony Hughes, 76 overall quarterback. That's a hell of a catch for Oklahoma State. Their offense runs through the quarterback position. They're known for the passing. Pretty decent, wow, pretty big class overall too. And we do see Steve Howard down at the bottom, 50 overall strong safety. Steve, we're here to wish you good luck on seeing the field, my man. Good luck this year. Let's check out what happened this year for Oklahoma State and that pretty easy schedule. So they rushed for 2,000 yards, forced 20 turnovers, had an NCAA record, but only a streak of 3 consecutive wins. Ugh. Oklahoma State fans are not going to love this, but 7-5 in the simulation this year. They lose to Oregon State and Tulsa, who, by the way, ends up ranked and 11-1 on the year. Beat their McNeese State game and Iowa State, so pretty good wins in 2 weeks in a row. Then lose to TCU, lose to Baylor, come back and whip Texas Tech 38-0. Beat West Virginia, lose to Texas, that's kind of expected. They're 10-2, number 5 on the year. Beat Kansas, K-State, and Oklahoma to end the year 3-0 at the end of the year there. Beating Oklahoma, who only goes 5-6, by the way, so that's kind of a shocker. Checking out the Big 12 Conference, West Virginia and Texas tie for the top of the Big 12 Conference in conference play. You'd think Texas would be up there at 10-2, but yeah, I think the biggest shock here is that, well, number one, Oklahoma State goes 7-5. You kind of expect them to have a down year this year, starting a new quarterback. But Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts not getting it done, 6th best in Big 12, losing 6 conference games. That does not usually happen for Oklahoma. So Oklahoma State coming up big there this year, beating Oklahoma. Checking out the top 10. This is something I've never seen before. I've never seen so many teams with a first place vote in the coaching poll. Florida and Arizona at 8 and 9 receiving a first place vote. 2 teams with less than double-digit wins and a ton of teams with 10 and 11 wins. Wow, this is a crazy year in college football. Ohio State, Washington, the top 2 teams according to the coaches. The BCS disagrees in the order. Ohio State number 1, Washington number 2, Florida State on the outside looking in there, Texas A&M 9-3 number 4. So if only there was a college football playoff in this game, but it was made before the playoff. Checking out the Heisman here, Najee Harris, 2,000 yards at Alabama, 19 touchdowns, over 550 yards receiving with a couple touchdowns. That guy's a freaking beast. Great year for running backs. Apparently, you see Akers, Evans, Martin there as well, and then Eason down at the bottom with Washington. But kind of a runaway Heisman year this year. 2 players taking the vast majority of the points. You don't really expect someone from Alabama to get that many carries, though, so I'm not sure how realistic that is. Oklahoma State will be playing Stanford in the Alamo Bowl. Number 15 Stanford, unranked Oklahoma State, 9-3 versus 7-5. I'm picking Stanford based on this, and Kirk disagrees with me. Kirk thinks Oklahoma State, that offense is something to behold. Stanford is rated better in every single category on the team talent wise, but that Oklahoma State offense is miles better than the Stanford offense. I'm not so sure, Kirk. the Stanford defense looks pretty good. Checking out the rest of the top 10 here in the BCS, we do see Ohio State and Florida State playing for the national championship. Arizona just on the outside there at number 3, jumping all the way up to number 8. And Oklahoma State whips Stanford with, oh my god, that is a butt whooping. It was never a game. So it's 21-17 at halftime, and Oklahoma State outscores Stanford 24-3 in the second half of the game. Stanford just got blistered there. Both teams having a great year, but Oklahoma State coming out on top. Over almost 500 yards of offense. The air passing was the difference in this game. Oklahoma State almost doubling Stanford's yards there. Stanford only converting 66% of its red zone opportunities. Not great. 2 turnovers for Oklahoma State, 1 for Stanford. But Oklahoma State comes away with the win. Not a very clean game. 15 penalties. And actually something weird, the winner of the game did not win the time of possession battle. That's interesting. For the national championship, we're just going to check out the score here. Ohio State takes home the Natty over Florida State. I don't think Florida State's going to get anywhere close to a national championship the year, but Ohio State scoring at will, basically. 17-7 at halftime, and they just run away with it there at the end of the game. Checking out the season stats for Oklahoma State. Kolar, good for top 35 in the country, 2,600 passing yards. King, less than 1,000 yards, top 100 running backs. But again, Najee Harris up there just having a ball of a year, 2,100 yards. You don't think that's really going to happen in real life. He's not going to get that many carries. Johnson, almost 1,200 yards for Oklahoma State, top 12 in the country. Good to see more up there with almost 1,500 yards of production receiving for Purdue. Bundage, 47 tackles, good for top 8 in the country. What a year. Oklahoma State not known for that defense. Calvin Bunge's coming up big. Hall, 4.5 sacks. That's okay. Top 150 in the NCAA. Bundage, 4 interceptions, top 70. He had a heck of a year. You love to see a guy doing more than just tackling. He's intercepting the ball as well. He's everywhere. Kicking leaders this year. Amendola, good from 50, but it's only good for top 42 in the country. Wow. Only one guy good from 56 this year. That's kind of shocking, but that's going to do it for me. If you stuck around this long, please comment, like, subscribe. I love feedback. I crave it. Give it to me. All right, I'm out. Peace.